Hi, 5th graders! I hope you're enjoying your fantasy books as much as I am. Today we're going to be talking about theme. So remember, theme is like the moral of the story or the lesson that the story is teaching. This week you should be more than halfway through your book, and the tension of your story is rising. I hope you're enjoying the Read Aloud book too. We'll be using examples from the Read Aloud in this lesson about theme. So we're thinking about what themes is the author developing? So today's learning target is, I consider themes suggested by literal and metaphorical dragons. Now there might be a couple of words in that learning target you're not familiar with. The word literal is an example that's exact. It's a real example. It's the real thing. The word metaphorical means figurative language. It's symbolic. So in the phrase, an endless night, it doesn't really mean that the night never ended. It just means that it felt like the night went on and on and on. In our Read Aloud story, Rowan of Rin, there is a literal dragon. From the very beginning of the story, it's been clear that the people of Rin fear the dragon that's at the top of the mountain. What literal dragons are in your book? Now, if there aren't any real dragons, who are the bad guys, or what's creating the problems of your story? This story also has metaphorical dragons. That is, in addition to the dragon that's on top of the mountain, there are other problems, fears, inside the characters that are causing them to have troubles on this journey. Sheba, the wise witch, warned the characters on the journey that the mountain would test and break their hearts. And it has. Do you remember Ellis? Big, strong Ellis? He's so afraid of spiders that he actually would rather give up on the quest and go home than face those spiders. So the author was teaching a lesson here, not just about spiders and whether or not you're afraid of them, but sometimes in life, when we're afraid of a small thing, it feels like a big thing. And then there was Brandon, big, strong Brandon. Her best friend died when they were very young, and that memory caused her to turn back from the quest. So the theme the author might have been teaching in this part of the story was, sometimes in life, people that we love pass away, but we carry their memories in our heart. And then there was Val. Val was Ellis's twin brother, and after he had gone back, she just couldn't continue on without her twin brother, so she ended up going back and giving up on the quest as well. And maybe the theme the author was trying to teach there was just being with your family is important. Wise Sheba warned, 7 ways the journey make, 7 ways the heart will break. What's going to happen to John and Rowan and Alan and Marley? Do they have metaphorical dragons that will break their hearts as well? Okay, it's your turn. First, read your assigned chapters in your book. If you're not sure what to read, contact your teacher. Now think about the literal dragons, the bad guys, the big problems of your story. What lesson can characters and readers learn by facing those bad guys, those big problems in the story? Next, think about the special problems that each individual character is facing. And as those characters face those problems, what do they need to learn or to grow, or how do they need to change in this story? And what lesson will they learn by facing their dragon? 5th grade theme statements often start with, sometimes in life, or sometimes people. There is a list of theme ideas to help you get started in your reading packet this week. As you write about your dragons or problems and the themes that are being learned, you'll be writing a few sentences. You might make it in a table like this. So on one side you've got the dragons or the problems the characters in the story are facing, and then the theme or the life lesson, or how does the character need to grow or change, or what does the character need to learn from this experience. Here's one example. Ellis turned back when the group had to face giant spiders. So the lesson learned, the theme was, sometimes when we're afraid of a small thing, it feels like a big thing in our life. You would do the same thing here. Write about the problem a character is facing and what did they learn by facing that problem. Turn your assignment into your teacher as soon as you're done. Let us know if you need any help. Thank you for all your hard work, 5th graders. Miss you so much. Take care.